The move by the government is being viewed as an attempt to preempt the protests which were planned to take off tomorrow across the nation. But even after the government announced that it would reduce the excise duty on diesel and kerosene by 20 and 30% respectively, the civil society groups are not satisfied. Solidarity forever. The organizations say their planned nationwide protests on Tuesday are still on.
We want to reiterate that peaceful demonstration will go on tomorrow from tomorrow.
They say they want urgent intervention by President Mwai Kibaki and Prime Minister Raila Odinga in regulating and lowering the prices of fuel. Last week, the Energy Regulatory Commission raised pump prices of petrol to 111 shillings per litre. Diesel has been going for 107 shillings per litre and kerosene at slightly below 91 shillings.
We are appealing to His Excellency the President is to immediately disband the ERC, the Energy Regulatory Commission, and replace it with a more competent body.
Court of Secretary General Francis Atwoli over the weekend also voiced his support for the nationwide protests.
Hatuwezi kufa kama tumeketi chini. We are not going to take it lying down.
That the cost of living has gone up has been clearly manifest to many Kenyans, be it in the increased costs of transportation or the higher prices for essential commodities. But whether the nationwide protests, one of which has been planned to kick off here, will yield any fruits should now be the next concern. Protests in Uganda over the same matter have been bloody, with President Yoweri Museveni saying he will not tolerate any protest in the capital, Kampala.
There will be no demonstration in Kampala. Kampala, in fact, I would call upon the public to really go to Kampala as if there is nothing, because Kampala, you will not demonstrate in Kampala.
Who are you? Who are you?
Opposition leader Kizza Besigye was arrested for the third time in a week Monday morning at his house as he left on foot for work.
Yes.
Besigye has hit the headlines of late for calling on Ugandans to walk to work in protests of the escalating costs of living in Uganda. In Burkina Faso, protests which began when army and presidential guards complained over the delay of their housing allowances has snowballed into tens of thousands of people marching on the capital city Ouagadougou, protesting the high costs of living. The protests have been joined by at least 10 other towns of the country. The President Blaise Compaoré then dissolved his government on Friday and dismissed his head of presidential security. Andrew Ochieng, Citizen Live at 9.